And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and fellowship and breaking bread and the prayers. And awe came upon every soul, and many miraculous signs were being done through the apostles, and all who were together had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings and distributing their proceeds to all as any had need. And day by day they were attending the temple courts and breaking bread in their homes. They received food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having favor with all people. And the Lord was adding to their number day by day those who were being saved. That's the heartbeat of his church. That's the movement that moves. That's the mission of his people. And friends, that's natural. Like, that's what we need to understand. That's not weird. That's natural. That's what the gospel-centered, born-again heart longs for. In fact, as I preach that, right, you guys are like, man, my soul longs to see that. Well, let's start by being the change, right? We talk about here all the time that our mission, our vision is to live Jesus higher than anything else. Why? Why is that the mission that we live for, that we strive for? Because we want to see him glorified, not just when we gather on Sunday mornings for an hour and a half, but we want to see him glorified in our lives day after day after day as we live out his call as a church. We, friends, live in the church age, which means we get to live out, if we choose, Acts 2:42 through 47. I don't know about you, but my Bible has a bunch of blank space here. Because we are living in that blank space. Acts doesn't tie up with a pretty bow, I believe, because Acts 29 is being written. It's being written by us. It's being written by you. If you had a verse in Acts 29, what would your verse say? Because you have a spot in the story. You have a verse in this story. You have a place in this story to live out the heartbeat of Jesus in the movement of God in this world. Don't just sit in a warehouse and wait for heaven. Get on mission. Join the movement as it moves with the Spirit of God filling you. And let's live out what the early church did today in our cultural context. Because I believe this with all my heart, that if we live that out, our chapter will end and the Lord continue to add to their number day by day those who were being saved.